Yo, um, kind of recording this in a very weird angle. I'm lying down on my bed. If you can't tell, but yeah, wait, let me get my hair right. There you go. Anyways, today is May 20, right? May 20. It's a Tuesday. So if my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah, May 20. This is the last week of the school year for my first year of college, and that's insane. Cause my God, why is my? It was so good a while ago. There we go. Nope. There. I just want to have my hair right, but yeah. Is the last week of the school year. I don't even remember the last time I made one of these, but it's definitely been a long time. If I were to guess, maybe 2-3 months since I made one of these, maybe even more. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what has happened. I don't even remember when when the last one was, so I don't even know what to update on, because like so much has happened since since I got into college. And yeah, it's been crazy. It's definitely been an experience that I will never forget. I mean, it was fun. It's really fun. This is really the first taste of what's to come for the future, right? Because this is, in a way, this is already me kind of living by myself. Like, this is gonna be my life, right? So it's been really nice, it's been really nice to have this, well, not necessarily freedom, but I do stuff myself. I mean, not everything, but like when I go to class, I walk, right? When I want to buy something, I go to the store myself and I buy it. I have my allowance every week, which I have to spend wisely or just not spend at all. And this has really been, like, what I want to say is, like, this is kind of the transition to the real world, right? And it's been nice. It hasn't been too crazy, too insane. Like, everything has been very how do I say this? It's been easy to kind of transition into it, because the first couple months was like, my God, I was still, I was really still trying to take everything in, because, like, obviously, switching schools, being in a different environment after 12 years staying in one school for like my entire life, almost my entire life. Well, not one school, but obviously preschool, I went somewhere else. I went to ITDC, Infant Toddlers Discovery Center. My bangs. But yeah, you get what I mean. But fucking hell, man, I really gotta fix this shit. This shit is so annoying. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, you get what I mean, right? It has been, it was quite it was quite a couple months, like, what a period of time it was in my life. I was still getting used to it. I was eating and drinking a lot, not alcohol, but you know what I mean. I was stressed a lot. I was trying to figure out how to deal with this shit. But yeah, I mean, so far, if I were to rate this experience of my first year of college, I'd give it a solid 6. I mean, it was nice, but it's not bad as well. It's not the greatest. It's not terrible, but it was nice. I didn't really meet anybody new. I usually just I go to class. After class, I go back home, and that's it. Maybe I'd go to the 7-Eleven before I go back home. I pass by the 7-Eleven. Cause my route is like I have class. This is like the classroom up top, and then like the building where I'm from is like here, and then I'd go down, and then the jeepney would be like right here. But then you can keep on going down, like way more down. There's a 7-Eleven like right here. Like this is the 7-Eleven right there. I'd get food, I'd go back up, and then I'd go to the jeepney. And it's like that. And then I'd go back to the jeepney would like take the route where it's going back to the house, and I would just drop off before once they get into the house. But yeah, that's usually my routine every day. Is I would go there we go. I would go to class. I would take the class. After dismissal, because like sometimes I would just before I used to do it like, because I have like multiple classes a day. It's not just one. I would go to one class, and then it's usually like an hour and 30 minutes in between each class. So what I did before was, instead of like waiting for the other class, I would just go back home, and when it's time for that class as well, like maybe 20 minutes before the class, 30 minutes before the class, I'd start walking, because it would take like 15 minutes for me to walk from the house to class. So I would usually, like, if I had a class at like 1:30, I would be leaving at like 1, or maybe at most 1:10, because I would like to be there. Obviously I would like to be there before the class starts, so I would be walking already. But yeah, I mean, this right here, me talking about this, it really goes to show that this is me learning shit for the future, right? For how it's gonna be when I'm by myself, like right now. Well, technically, I'm not really by myself, because I live with my cousins. If there's something that I need help with, like I could always ask them, always talk to them. They're very supportive people. They're very nice people. I definitely wouldn't have gotten this far without them, because they have been very helpful. My cousins, Banshee and SV, and the helpers in the house, Ate Neng and Ate Chris, they're very, very helpful. I'm forever grateful for them, because they do everything. I mean, like I spent maybe a couple days. I tried to learn how to cook before college started, because I assumed that I would be cooking my own meals. I was like, I gotta learn how to cook, because I'm gonna be living alone. Not alone, but I'm gonna be living in a different place. Like, maybe I have to cook my own meals. And I tried to learn how to cook. I mean, it's pretty simple. It was really fun. I had enjoyed cooking. But yeah, like they would do everything, and it really, sometimes I have to like remind myself that how grateful I should be for this this entire place, you know, like how I was blessed to um to be given this opportunity, right, to live with my cousins. This is free, and I mean not free. We also have to pay like part of the bills, but you know, for me, instead of like staying in a dorm where I have to I have to like dorm with somebody that I don't know, you know, that I will have to get to know. I'm staying with somebody familiar, you know, family, and that was really nice. This is really nice, and yeah, I mean, sure, it is kind of sad that, you know, it's just this all could be coming to an end because it's not final. If I get to shift, I hope I do get to shift because I really want to shift. I really want to start studying film, but it's not final. So this is all still potentially my last week here in UPLB studying communication arts in the College of Arts and Sciences. We still don't know, you know, 100% if I will get the transfer. Well, we know that I can get the transfer, but if I get in or not, we don't know yet. We will see. Hopefully, praying, hopefully we do. But yes, so far, what has happened is, I don't know. I don't get to play on my computer that much anymore. Not at all right now, because I genuinely don't really know the main reason to it. Maybe because I don't fucking know. Like, I had the removal exam last sem where I had to take an exam to make sure that I didn't fail the course. And you know, I understand that, like, I should have locked in more and shit like that. Like, how long was this? It's been 12 minutes. I guess I'll keep going. But yeah, I just haven't been I've been grounded, more of just like a ban on the PC, so I haven't really been able to play games with my friends too much. And yeah, I mean, it's like it sucks, but you know, I mean, my parents, you know, they're the ones that decide if what I can do and what I can't do, right? And if they say I can't play video games, then I can't play video games. When, you know, summer break's coming up, hopefully I should be able to play. If I can't, then that sucks. I will try my best to convince my parents to, you know, oh, it's summer break, like, hopefully I can maybe play some games, you know, like, yeah, I don't have any schoolwork that I have to do, like, you know, I'm just gonna be at home all day, you know, like, PC's right there, maybe I could hop on. Fucking hell. There we go, whatever. But yeah, the PC and shit like that, it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Like, honestly, I just want to fucking get this shit over with so I can relax and play some games with my friends. Cause what's the point in life if you can't have fun, right? Like, I get it. It's like I just keep on hearing my dad in my fucking head. Like, everything that I say, it's already been like this. Everything that I say, I always have a voice in my head that will be like a something to contradict it. Not contradict, but to oppose it. Is like, or, you know, okay, so I say like, what's the point of life if not to have if not to have fun? I already had a voice in my head saying like, well, we're not saying that you can't have fun. It's just you have to regulate it, and that's just the same thing that my dad says. It just it's just so funny, because it just goes to show that like I've had so many well, not really conversation but sermons from my dad, and it's just always the same thing. It's always the same thing, and I get it that like their parents, like they know best for you. But sometimes you gotta trust the fucking guy. You gotta trust the children. Maybe sometimes, like okay, we're getting personal shit, right? But sometimes, like I always have this thought in my head, like if I grow up to be a dad as well, right? Which I hope so, because I really want to be a dad. I want to be a father. I think I would do a really great job as a father. I think I'd be a really good dad. I'd be a really fun dad. But I also I want to have children, right? It's always been a dream of mine. Not too early though. Not too early. Not right now. I mean, I don't even have a girlfriend. but not right now. Not maybe not in the next 7-8 years. I'm turning 20. I want to have children when I'm like nearing 30, right? That's like my dad had me at 30. So if I were to follow that, I would be having children at 30, hopefully, right? Hopefully. But yeah, I always thought about that, like sometimes when I would have arguments with my father, right, with my dad, I always think about like, oh man, like if I was a dad, I wouldn't be doing this. But sometimes I always have to think about the perspective of my dad as well, because it can always just be one-sided. I hope he thinks about that too, because it's not a very I don't know how to describe my relationship with my father, because I don't want to say it's a bad relationship, because it definitely isn't. It's not bad, but it's also not the best. I do think like he only really wants the best for me, and I understand that. But there's like there are different ways to do things, right? Like if one way doesn't work, then maybe try a different way. I don't know, like I don't know, because again, I am the child in this. I am the son in this relationship. So what, like I always think like what I have to say doesn't really matter that much, because that's what was instilled into me is that the parents are always right, father is always right. Whatever I say doesn't have any, isn't of any importance. It doesn't fucking matter. Like if I say that like, oh maybe like maybe why shit isn't working is maybe because of the way you're parenting, right? Obviously that's gonna come off as like, well, you can't say shit, you're the fucking son, right? Like it's on you, like it's on you to change. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like it's just because both me and my dad are very stubborn. Both of us are very stubborn, and like it's funny though, because what do you call this? I'm not too sure if this is exactly what he said, but like I remember he said like saan mo ba nakukuha yan is like referring to like my hard-headedness. And I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, oh, maybe from you. I don't know. Like maybe it's just a natural thing that I have. But yeah, anyways, we're talking about something entirely different. Went completely off topic. But yeah, anyways, any other fucking updates I want to talk about? We're going to Boracay again. This is the third straight year, 2023, 2024, 2025. Wait, 2023, 2024, 2025. Yep. 2023, Lakers lost in the Western Conference Finals. 2024, Lakers lost in the first round. 2025, Lakers lost in the first round. And we are going to Boracay for the third straight year. Though this time, because we would usually go to Boracay May 1, I think May 1 to May 5, I believe, or was it? Yeah, May 1 to May 5. This year we're going like May 31, I forgot, but like towards the end of May. And a big thing is we're probably going to Japan again by the end of the year, which is, I am so excited for that because I've dreamt of going back to Japan for so many times, for so long. Like we went the first time in 2019. I believe that was January 2019. And it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Like getting to experience snow for the first time, and just the weather. Oh my god, the weather was just amazing compared to, the Philippine weather and shit like that. Like, oh my god. I would, like the things I would do to just go back. And now we have, it's a possibility that we do go back by the end of the year. I'm just so excited. I'm just so very excited. And, I can't wait. But yeah, right now, just focusing on finishing this school year and the college transfer, shifting, application, shit like that. And yeah, I can't wait for summer. It's been a really long time since I did one of these, and it's been long overdue. Probably gonna do one again in the next next 3 months, next 4, in like 4 months maybe, in 3 months. I don't know. I'll see. It's just, yeah. Anyways, these are very nice to do for me because I like to document shit in my life, and sometimes I also like to talk about, because there's some stuff that I can talk about to some friends, right? But there's also, well, yeah, no, these are shit that I also usually talk about to my friends. But when they're unavailable or when I just want to talk, like I can also do this. I can talk to myself, or like feel like I'm talking to someone. And I think it'll be fun to find this in the future again. To discover this this channel that I'm doing, or somebody finds this channel, then hello, I'm Matthew, if you're still watching this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being interested in what I have to offer, in my life and shit like that. And yeah, hopefully this becomes some sort of a fun time capsule. It's a 2025 May 20, 2025. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.